Who needs a lottery ticket to hit the jackpot when a jaw-dropping $5 million, about 90.7 million rands, is up for grabs? This isn't for sheer luck. This fortune is the reward for information leading to the capture of the elusive CryptoQueen, Dr. Ruja Ignatova. The enigmatic Bulgarian-born founder of OneCoin, Dr. Ruja, has been a fixture on the FBI's most wanted list since 2022. Once hailed as a visionary in cryptocurrency, she's now infamous for orchestrating one of the biggest Ponzi schemes in history, and according to recent whispers, she might be hiding in plain sight in Cape Town, South Africa. South Africa has long been a magnet for global fugitives, a sunny sanctuary for the world's shadowy figures. Since the 80s, notorious criminals like Czech mafia boss Radovan Krejcir, Yuri the Russian Ulyanitsky, and steroid king Brian Weinstein have made the country their playground. Dr. Ruja, it seems, has joined their ranks, slipping into Cape Town's underworld with the same audacity that helped her vanish into thin air. At just 44 years old, this Bulgarian-German fugitive has become a modern legend. Her audacious rise and even more mysterious fall have captivated true crime enthusiasts everywhere. Dubbed the world's most wanted woman, Dr. Ruja's story has inspired documentaries and Jamie Bartlett's gripping bestseller, The Missing CryptoQueen. If recent tips prove true, her South African hideaway might just be the final chapter in her incredible saga, or the beginning of an even bigger one. Ruja Plemenova Ignatova, born on May 30, 1980 into a Romani family, had humble beginnings that belied her future infamy. At the age of 10, her family emigrated to Germany, settling in the quaint town of Schramberg in Baden-Württemberg. A gifted student, Ruja earned a Ph.D. in private international law from the University of Konstanz in 2005, setting the stage for what could have been a distinguished legal career. Instead, she chose a darker path. By 2012, cracks in her public persona began to show. Ruja and her father, Plamen Ignatov, were implicated in a fraudulent acquisition of a company that quickly went bankrupt under dubious circumstances. Convicted of fraud in Germany, she received a 14-month suspended sentence, a mere slap on the wrist compared to what was to come. In 2013, Ruja Ignatova took her knack for deception to the next level by starting a multi-level marketing scheme called Bitcoin, but it was in 2014 that she orchestrated her greatest con, OneCoin. Billed as the next Bitcoin, this supposed cryptocurrency was her ticket to shame. With dazzling charisma and bold promises of financial revolution, the self-proclaimed CryptoQueen crafted a multi-billion-dollar empire. Behind the glittering facade, however, OneCoin was nothing more than a massive pyramid scheme. Ruja enticed investors with false statements and claims, convincing them to funnel their money into OneCoin accounts to purchase so-called cryptocurrency packages. Victims were further lured by the promise of commissions for recruiting others to invest, turning OneCoin into a global recruitment pyramid scheme frenzy. At its peak, OneCoin boasted a staggering 3 million members worldwide, but the reality was grim, the currency was worthless, and the scheme ultimately defrauded victims of over $4 billion, cementing OneCoin as one of the largest financial frauds in history. As her fraudulent empire began to crumble in 2017. On October 25, 2017, she disappeared without a trace, likely tipped off about intensifying investigations. She fled on a flight from Sofia in Bulgaria to Athens, Greece, disappearing with riches she is believed to have stashed across the globe, and leaving her lover, brother, and business partners to face criminal prosecutions. Her brother, Konstantin Ignatov, wasn't as lucky. In 2019, he pleaded guilty to fraud and money laundering tied to OneCoin. Speculation about Ruja's fate has fueled countless theories. Some claim she's alive and evading capture, while others suggest a darker ending. Whispers of mafia ties, a brutal murder, and her remains discarded in the Ionian Sea in 2018. Even after her disappearance, Ruja's web of deceit continued to unravel. In 2022, German authorities investigated a lawyer suspected of helping her launder 7.69 million euros into a private account in 2016. A string of police raids followed, targeting properties across Baden, Frankfurt, and beyond. Today, Ruja Ignatova remains a ghost, her name etched into the histories of financial crime as one of the most elusive and enigmatic figures of the modern era. On October 12, 2017, the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York formally charged Dr. Ruja Ignatova, issuing a federal warrant for her arrest. By February 6, 2018, a superseding indictment expanded the charges, accusing her of conspiracy to commit wire fraud, conspiracy to commit money laundering, conspiracy to commit securities fraud. Since then, the CryptoQueen has remained a phantom.
Ignatova predicted all of this in 2014 when she was just starting OneCoin. Back then, she wrote an email that was entitled Exit Strategy. She listed a number of options for how to get away with it. The very first one, take the money and run.
With rumors swirling about her whereabouts, whispers suggest she may have undergone extensive plastic surgery, adopting an alias to stay ahead of the law. Her trail reportedly led investigators from Greece to Dubai, then to France, and finally to a yacht drifting in the Mediterranean. In darker corners of speculation, it was rumored that Dr. Ruja met a gruesome end, allegedly chopped into pieces by Bulgarian underworld accomplices and discarded in the Ionian Sea in 2018. However, in the 2024 documentary series, Die CryptoQueen revealed that German police now believe these death rumors to be false. New leads suggest that Dr. Ruja may have been hiding since 2022 in a heavily secured neighborhood in Cape Town, South Africa, a sanctuary for wealthy exiled Bulgarians. The news has reignited old theories, including her alleged ties to Krasimir Karo Kamenov, a notorious Bulgarian fugitive. Reports of Ruja Ignatova's alleged murder and ties to South Africa emerged during the investigation of the murder of fellow Bulgarian Krasimir Kamenov. Kamenov, his wife Gergana, and two others were shot on 25 May 2023 in Constantia, Cape Town. Following Kamenov's execution-style murder in his Constantia home, Bulgaria's Bureau of Investigative Reporting and Data revealed a startling connection. Kamenov had been their source for police reports about Dr. Ruja's alleged murder. Even more intriguing, Kamenov was reportedly on the verge of sharing additional critical information with U.S. investigators when he was killed, a revelation that raises questions about whether his death was a coincidence or a calculated silencing. While the South African Police Service continues to unravel the mystery behind Krasimir Kamenov's murder, the U.S. government remains unyielding in its pursuit of Dr. Ruja Ignatova. On March 8, 2024, the South African Police Service appealed to the public for help identifying suspects linked to the 2023 Constantia shooting. Witnesses reported seeing 6 individuals flee the crime scene in a blue Hyundai and a white VW Golf GTI. Later, 2 of them were spotted near a bridge on the N1 highway, driving a white VW Passat and the same VW Golf GTI. Meanwhile, German authorities have confirmed they are actively following leads suggesting that Dr. Ruja's may be hiding in South Africa. If these reports are accurate, the fugitive mastermind behind the OneCoin scam is likely living in luxury, concealed within one of Cape Town's elite, heavily guarded neighborhoods. Dr. Ruja's ties to South Africa add weight to these theories. Her brother, Konstantin Ignatov, has traveled to the country on multiple occasions, including a visit documented on Instagram just a year after her disappearance. Another intriguing connection is Duncan Arthur, a man with dual Irish and South African citizenship who has significant links to the financial and legal sectors in the region. Arthur, who lived and worked in Johannesburg until late 2023, boasts an impressive resume. He has served as the legal custodian for Nedbank's electronic banking, compliance officer at the Financial Intelligence Center, and risk and compliance manager at BankServe Africa. His career also includes key roles in anti-money laundering compliance at Standard Bank and Vodacom. Arthur's connection to Dr. Ruja isn't just professional, it's personal. According to a document he wrote for Bulgaria's Department of Justice, Dr. Ruja personally recruited him to OneCoin, intertwining his story with hers. Arthur revealed to the Bulgarian government that rumors of Ruja Ignatova's 2018 murder were untrue, citing evidence that her brother, Konstantin Ignatov, had been in contact with her as recently as March 2019, the same month he was arrested. Instagram photos also show Konstantin visiting Cape Town in 2018, further fueling speculation about Dr. Ruja's presence in South Africa. Adding to this, South African security sources reportedly tipped off filmmaker Johan van Meerbach, who produced a documentary on Dr. Ruja, that she had been sighted in an affluent Cape Town neighborhood. After Dr. Ruja disappeared, Konstantin assumed leadership of the OneCoin operation, but was arrested in 2019. He pleaded guilty to multiple charges, cooperated with investigators, and served 34 months in jail before being sentenced to time served in March. Interestingly, Dr. Ruja had plucked Konstantin from his job as a forklift driver in Germany, bringing him into her inner circle as her personal assistant. As part of his plea deal, Konstantin also agreed to forfeit $118,000 in illicit earnings. Konstantin's testimony became crucial in the conviction of Mark Scott, a former Locklord LLP partner who was found guilty in November 2019 of laundering $400 million from the OneCoin scheme. Scott was sentenced to 10 years in prison in January, though he has since appealed his conviction, claiming Konstantin gave false testimony during the trial. Meanwhile, other key players in the OneCoin saga have faced their own legal reckonings. Carl Sebastian Greenwood, the co-founder and chief promoter of OneCoin, was sentenced to 20 years in prison in September and was ordered to forfeit $300 million. Irina Dilkinska, the former head of legal and compliance, admitted to wire fraud and money laundering conspiracy charges and received a 4-year sentence in April. Christopher Hamilton, a UK national accused of laundering millions for OneCoin, avoided extradition to the US after a London judge ruled in November 2023 that he should stand trial in his home country. The OneCoin house of cards may have largely collapsed, but its fallout continues to ripple through courts and headlines worldwide. Gilbert Armenta, her former boyfriend and accomplice, was sentenced to 5 years for wire fraud and money laundering.
Our hope is that naming her to the top 10 most wanted fugitive list will draw attention to her and her alleged crimes and allow us to bring her to justice here in the United States.
The FBI offered $100,000 for any information leading to her arrest at the time, but the American agency has since raised the amount to $5 million. For those with information, the race to capture one of the world's most wanted criminals is very much alive. If you have any details about Dr. Ruja Ignatova's whereabouts, whether in Cape Town or elsewhere, you can reach the FBI via Telegram at Ruja Reward, Signal at rujareward.01, or online at tips.fbi.gov. Outside the U.S., contact your nearest U.S. embassy or consulate. In South Africa, any leads can be shared with your local police station. Click on the notification bell in order not to miss our future updates on the case. Thank you for watching TCC. Stay safe out there.